Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today for your Patreon cast for the week of October the 12th. It's going to be Scarlett and Maru from the group stages of GSL 2023 Season 3. Top right, it's going to be Scarlett. Bottom left, going to be Maru. They both qualified for the group stages. Scarlett is playing very, very well, but I feel like Maru is at an advantage here because of how many GSLs he has won. We will see. So this is Alcyone. I think that's how you pronounce it. Alcyone. The latter edition. I do like these maps that have little things underneath the map that you can see. I just think it's neat. This is a weird top left corner, right? We've got a rich Vespene Geyser base, another rich Vespene Geyser base, and nothing up here. And just normal bases on the bottom right, and nothing here as well. So got a lot of destructible rocks. Gold bases with a regular Vespene Geyser and destructible debris here. Yeah, destructible debris. Destructible rocks again. Anyway, so this is going to be 2 racks opening. A comment said that Special came up with this and popularized it. So, well done, Special. This build is giving Zergs a lot of trouble. And this is on the new patch. Reapers were not affected by the new patch notes. Well, the new patch. The patch notes explain the patch, not the... Anyway, you know what I mean. Cyclone's got a nice little rework. We will see if there are any in this ZVT. I feel like they're worse now. But let me know. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. This Reaper. Reaper name from... Man, what is your name here? Lona Kixelites? That is a heck of a name, man. Nope, that's a different person. Mac Winston! Mac submitted this name. It is DRG. Oh. This is like 500 words, man. Heck, you know what's happening here, right? If anything crazy happens, I'll stop reading, but... As a young man, the soon-to-be Emperor Mengs was doing his Calculus 1 midterms. None of the answers he was getting were making sense, and much too late, he realized he had accidentally pressed the DRG button on his calculator and was doing everything in gradients rather than the one true way, which is, of course, radians. Man, I never took calculus in my life. I don't know what we're talking about, Mac. You're smarter than I am. This is absurd, he shouted. Radians are the one true way. The DRG button is useless and shouldn't be there. Even the polar to the rectangular button has a use, but DRG? DRG? In a fit of rage, he threw his calculator across the room and demanded that of his father that anyone called DRG should be stuffed in a Reaper suit and sent across the map. Poor old Dong Regu didn't know what hit him when 6 of young Meng's bodyguards grabbed him and dragged him across the courtyard. All for an unfortunate association with the Deg Rad Grad button on a calculator. Well, I feel like I kind of learned something, but I'm not sure I understood it well enough to learn it. They got the creep tumor, you guys. 1 Ling's down, creep tumor down. Great victory for you. No Reapers are dead. But Scarlett's ready, man. The Canadian Zerg was ready for it, handled it. Queens were out, Lings were out. 1 Ling died. That is about as good as you could possibly expect for a 3 Reaper opening out of Maru. We can easily transition, right? Into Marines with Stim and Combat Shield and Marauders and a 3rd base and all sorts of greatness, including Siege Tanks. I don't think Siege Tanks were changed either. Lings weren't changed. Like, if you go back and look through the patch note history, Lings, Zealots, and Marines are never changed. Their base, like, this is a Ling, this is a Zealot, this is a Marine. Their base speed, their base health, right? Their base attack. None of it has ever changed. We've made some changes to charge, made some changes, right? I think we've maybe messed with combat shield a little bit, but the base tier 1 first attacking unit you get in StarCraft 2 has never been changed. Isn't that kind of a fun fact? I think it's a fun fact. Anyway, what are we doing? Scarlett, what are you working on? Nothing. No Lair, no Roach Warren, just drone. Is that safe to do here against Maru? I mean, Maru's getting a 3rd base. It's relatively safe. Hellions on the follow. Starport coming in too. Hellions weren't changed. Man, I'm trying to think of something that was changed in the patch that we're seeing here, and not so much. Some of the upgrades are cheaper for all Terran, Protoss, and Zerg. which is nice. Upgrades can come out a little bit more quickly. Scarlett getting a 4th base and a lair. No. And a lair. Still no. All right. Scarlett's just trying to win the day here with lings and queens. I've tried this before, and, well, I just don't see it working out, especially if the lings don't have any upgrades at all. I mean, they got speed, obviously, but +1/+1 would be cool. If you're just trying to do that, that's a dead Reaper, whatever. I saw one. This guy, too. Run! Pull back to your Marine buddies. Okay, they're fine. They're fine. Then Hellion's plugging that hole. Oh, Maru! Maru! Kicking butt, taking names. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Like I said, Combat Shield, finally a Baneling Nest. There's got to be something besides Lings and Queens you can produce here. Scarlett, and she is. Ooh, she's going to deny Combat Shield and kill a reactor. Okay, Tech Lab down, reactor down. Upgrade denied. Maru says, oh yeah? Oh man, it's a Hellbat Marine. Oh boy, that's a bajillion Queens though. Alright, alright. Sometimes the answer to a Hellbat Marine medevac attack is a bajillion Queens. Noted. Scarlett. Ooh, did she fire up a second Baneling Nest? Why are you making a second Baneling Nest? That seems like a mistake. Maybe if this one dies, she's like, yeah, I'm probably going to lose this one. Let us make a backup. That seems like a huge mistake. Yeah, canceled it. She's like, what the? Why did I make another Baneling Nest? Okay, Baneling's on the way, but lair is not forthcoming. 50% complete. It's going to be a minute. So it's going to be slow Banes, Lings, and Queens here, but the Queens alone are kind of kicking butt and taking names. 3rd base landed for Maru. Additional barracks here. What else is he going to do with his life other than, you know, fire up 7 barracks at the same time on 3 bases and just try to murder the Zerg? Creep tumors are no match for the power of Marines with stim and combat shield. I mean, the combat shield doesn't really help, but, you know, still. Marines are cool, is my point. Hellbat's holding the zone like a watchtower. There is one of those right in the middle. And yeah, Maru hasn't lost much. She's lost a couple Reapers, those add-ons. The combat shield upgrade was delayed, but it's coming. Do you think that prevented Maru from attacking in before that Baneling Nest was done? Do you think if Maru had combat shield, he would have kept pushing here instead of running from those Queens? Do you think he has enough extra HP? Maybe. Honestly, I think maybe. Hydralisk Den coming in. Centrifugal Hooks on the way. Oh! Centrifugal Hooks no longer gives an extra health boost. It's just a speed upgrade now. That's a fun little journey to take inside the patch notes for Banelings on Team Liquid. Is that initially it gave no health increase, and then in Heart of the Swarm they gave them like a 10 health. It was big, like a 15 health increase. It was way too much. Then they nerfed it down, and then killed it on this patch. So it's back to where it was in Heart of the Swarm, which is a long time ago. Anyway, drop? No. How about a drop here, maybe? Zerglings are fast. Zerglings are not coming to say, okay, great, never mind. Canceled 5th base. New 5th base up here, though. That's good. Maru's Liberators, Marines, Siege Tanks, no Widow Mines, intriguingly enough. And is Scarlett just going to do ye old Hydraling Bane thing with Viper support, which has been, honestly, pretty good. I mean, we haven't seen it tried on the new patch, so I don't know if it's going to make a big difference here, but Ghosts are a little bit worse. Nice Changeling snipe there. All right, Siege Tanks in position. The Liberators joined this party yet? No, but man, these Siege Tanks make it so much harder to hold. Centrifugal Hooks is done. Siege Tanks firing away. Watching for a surround here is Maru, while the guys on the front lines are getting healed up by medevacs. Let the Banelings in. Oh, they don't want to take tank shots, though. Here we go. Going for that surround from all sides. Top side, left side. Not really the bottom side, though. This is a lot of injured Marines. Banelings not getting great connections here because they're off creep. Scarlett trying to hold. Maru's up 74 to 65 army supply. More Hydras. Range upgrade for Hydras is a good one to have. It takes a minute. It's not there yet. Maru not really going for a 4th base. This is a 3-base attempt to murder the Canadian Zerg. Can he do it? He's been very good at doing this in the past. Queens dying all over the place. My gosh, 10 queens have died. There are still 3 remaining. Gosh, that's not very much. Banelings don't want to hit the tanks, but sometimes it's that or nothing. It's nerf or nothing. No, wait, that's not what it is. And wow, did Scarlett just do it? Holy smokes, I think she just pushed Maru back. Maru's like, well, it's just Marines left. No Hellbats, no Siege Tanks, no Liberators. But guess what you have is more tanks on the way. Another factory coming in. Maru's like, all right, there's more Hydras. I need more tanks. Well, look at this. 161 to 137 supply in favor of Scarlett. Her economy is on fuego. 86 to 64 workers in favor of the Zerg. But, okay, I just jinxed it. Remember that big old drone advantage? 7 drones just died. Gotta get out of there. Can't kill the hatch, though, and that's really what matters, right? You want to kill hatches. The fact that this one's alive is humongous for Scarlett. Losing that could have started a tidal wave of destruction and death that would have led to her losing this game. So interesting. Maru wants to kill this debris and put a 4th gold base here. I mean, it's more easily defendable that way. Oh, Banelings, wrong. Why on the edge of the creep? Hydras are like, don't kill my Banelings. Oh, they cave out. Got a couple good connections there, but not massive ones. Maru attacking. Several 2 places at once here. More drones going down. 5 of them getting sniped. Scarlett still has 90 workers because Zerg is amazing on macro. Army gets picked up. Tries to boost on into... No, just comes back on in here. That's cool, I guess. Siege tanks. Remember when I was like, there's 2 factories? That's because there's 2 factories. Siege tanks. Ba-bam. Is there enough to save this hatchery? Like I said, it could be a big problem if this hatch goes down. This is, yeah, that's a dead hatch. I mean, unless Baneling makes some super sick okay. Some super sick Baneling connections. Maru, oh, Metavax, why would you juke back in there? They're alive, that's why. That's why. Look at this, Hydraling Bane. Kind of awesome. Okay, maybe without the Banes, though, less awesome. Zerglings jumping on that tank. Oh, never mind. There we go. Now jumping on that tank. Jumping on that tank. Jumping on that tank. Army value 77 to 64 in favor of Maru. The pressure is real, but Scarlett is handling it. You can take Maru to 12 minutes. You're playing pretty well as a Zerg player right now. That said, new patch, who dis? Maybe the new patch is kind of getting rid of some of the Terran supremacy we've seen for the vast majority of 2023, right? I mean, it's not that only Terrans have won every Premier tournament, but it's been a pretty heavily Terran-favored year. Protoss is just struggling mightily. That is something that we did see some changes for that purpose alone. Making it easier to see enemy disruptors. For example, oh, that was almost a full medevac that just got wiped out. That's huge. That's huge, but this gold base of Maru is also very big. Income check. Scarlett's had the advantage for the last 10 minutes. It's not massive, but it's an advantage nevertheless, and she needs that. Adrenal on the way. You'll notice no lurker tech, no Ultralisk Cavern. This is what Zergs are reduced to right now. They are, oh, Infestors though. Good fungal. They did change fungal so that 2 fungals in a row are not enough to kill Marines, but who does that anyway? Oh my gosh, that entire group gets wiped out thanks to the Hydras on those medevacs. And that siege tank's gonna die even without Adrenal on the Lings. Medevacs picked out. Has he stopped microing? He's worried about this. The gold base dies, and Scarlett takes game number 1 of our sneaky twofer in an absolutely impressive display against the terrifying Maru. Wow. Wow. So it just came down to defend, right? Sure, there was that early attack that took down this reactor in this tech lab, but it got rebuilt pretty quickly. Look at this. Adrenal's not even done. This is just 2 Lings and Banes. No Adrenal upgrade at all. I mean, the Marines are at 2-2. It's not like they're at 3-3 right now. Widowmines are added into the comp, but it feels like too late. And yeah, Scarlett gets the win. Yeah, Maru got knocked down to 3 bases. Scarlett is pretty darn happily on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7. Well, working on a 7th, but still, its income tab is massive. Yeah, I mean, it all came down to, was Maru able to kill this base? And the answer was no. He came close, but he couldn't do it. Scarlett rode that economic wave to a win here, and again, even without Adrenal. They did nerf Ghost, so it takes an extra shot, an extra snipe from a Ghost to take down an Ultralisk, but Scarlett's not interested. Scarlett seems entirely disinterested in Lurkers and Ultras at all. We'll see if Game 2 bodes the same for her. We'll see if she's going to be able to do the same thing to Maru, or if Maru will have some other tricks up his sleeve. Try something else. I mean, this is a best of 3. This is part of group stage, so it's not like if Maru loses this, he's out. There are other games he's going to play to determine that, but man, what a way to start here from Scarlett. I don't know, I've seen her play this well against this elite Terran opposition in a long time. So Scarlett goes, it gets game 1. Let's see what game 2 has in store. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It's time for Site Delta. Top left, Scarlett. Bottom right, Maru in our sneaky best of 3. Got Overlord perching spots here with planets with a target on them. Interesting. Very natural. A ramp leading up. That is nice for Protoss and Terran alike. Zerg really doesn't care, I don't feel like. And are there... let's see. Are there just normal bases on this map? Yes, indeed. No rich Vespene geysers, no rich mineral fields, just normal minerals and just normal Vespene geysers. All right, so Scarlett up 1-0 on Maru in the group stages of GSL. Wow. So Hatch first in it here at 16 supply. No worries on Scarlett's mind. Not worried about a proxy. She feels that her overlords will find the proxies, if there are any, and there is not. There are not? What's the grammar there? Find if there are any proxies. There is not. There are not. I think it's just there are not. I think that's English. Anywho, extractor pool. Like I said, this is a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for as little as $1 a month. Means you get to see this cast by Falcon 1 month before anybody else does on the YouTube channel. You can enjoy it. You can luxuriate in being the first people to see this cast. And then, yeah, if you're watching this on the week of October the 12th, I love you. I appreciate the support from the bottom of my heart. Very generous of you. And if you're watching this in, I don't know, November 2023 or later, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week, sometimes more, with StarCraft 2 content. Cool. So no Reaper from Maru here. Intriguing. I had a name ready to go from Waldo, but save that for a future cast. Marines on the expand, and they're better at killing overlords than Reapers are. Oh boy, I think this overlord is just dead. There's nowhere for this overlord to... Yeah. Run! There's nowhere for it to go. Aw, buddy. Buddy. Run. No. Rest in peace. Rescue en pace. Boy, there was a new Assassin's Creed game that came out. Assassin's Creed Mirage on October 5th. Did I see anything about it? No! Man, I saw no buzz for it whatsoever anywhere. Twitter, Facebook, my Discord server, other Discord servers, Reddit, YouTube. Like, no one's talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage. The only reason I knew that it came out is because Donkey... Video Game Donkey made a video about it, and I was like, wait, what? It's out? What? Never did. He posted it on October 10th, like 5 days after it was released, and I was like, what the? This is very confused. I mean, it kind of seems like a return to form, but Donkey's like, it is glitchy, man. It's hard. The parkour is tough. It's on a new engine that Ubisoft has started to use, and so... It's rough. It's rough around the edges, and that's the thing that I'm like, Ugh. The fun thing about Assassin's Creed is, you know, pretending you're an assassin, parkouring all over the place, vaulting through windows, leaping off ledges. From what I've heard, the best parkour is in Assassin's Creed Unity. They just really figured it out there, and then it kind of fell off after that, which is weird. I don't know. Anyway, what are we talking about Assassin's Creed for? I don't know. Why did that come up? Brain can't remember. That's okay. Third base up from Scarlett. I mean, is Scarlett just going to play the same gameplay? It seems risky to play the exact same thing against Maru 2 games in a row, but there's no lair, there's no roach warren, there's no baneling nest. It's just drone, 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 drone. Be ready magically for Maru's big attack when he's got combat shield. He's got stim. You'll notice these are on the inside of his base this time instead of on the outside. Not that they could be on the outside because of the orientation of where he spawned and, you know, the direction that add-ons go, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Scarlett's like, okay, we're going to drone. We're going to have some kind of vision for when these move-outs happen. Maru is a bit of an earlier attack than normal, which means it's less powerful, right? You don't have any tanks. You don't have any liberators. This is just a stim timing attack. Maybe I'm going to try to time it for when combat shield finishes too, but look at this.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, that Overlord saw. That Overlord saw what it was. Saw this attack coming. Couple ling. Okay, there we go. Now firing up 20 lings. I was like, are we going to do this with 2 lings? Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, lings and queens can handle this just fine. Is it just Marines? Pulling the boys! Pulling the boys! This is going to make it way harder. Oh boy, no banelings, no nothing. I like this for Maru. Scarlett's like, the baneling nest was delayed a lot in the game 1. And if there aren't any banelings to do splash damage to this... Holy crap, this is all in. This is Maru playing the all-in game. Look at him getting up here. All right, lings. So, like, can we get a full surround on this with the queens? Look at these SCVs in the front. The queens don't even want to fight this. They're picking off some of the reinforcements that are coming in and just kind of letting the queens all die. I don't know if that's a good strategy, but free marine kills are free marine kills. Working on a Crown 1 Carapace upgrade, which would be really good, but it takes forever to complete. And it's not going to finish because the Evolution Chamber is going to get sniped before it is. So that's a denied upgrade. And fight with the the Broodlings. Surrounding, fighting. There are a lot of Marines left here. Queens, add your DPS. And, oh, it's barely a hold here. Woo! Reinforcing Marines coming in. These lings are like, we are battle-worn and battle-tested. We can handle this. Oh, Maru. Maru going for just a 4 racks pure Marine all-in play against Scarlett to try to take game 2. It didn't work. It didn't work. It's 49 to 25 workers. The income just went woo because Maru pulled all the SCVs off the line. Maru's trying to keep the pressure up while regenerating his worker count back home. Which is fine. Baneliness is on the way, but this is tough. This is just really tough. Maru's micro is impeccable. The stutter step is beautiful here. Scarlett's not even really trying to get a wraparound or anything. She's just push, 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 push. Buy some time. Make Maru regroup a little bit. Maybe spread some creep. There you go. Expand again at 7 minutes because why not? And yeah, this is... I don't know that Maru has a path forward here. I'm looking at it. I'm like, where are you? Okay, so starport's on the way, which means there's a factory, which means tanks are going to be produced. There we go. So Maru at 7 minutes is going to get into something besides Marines. But man, once you're all in, didn't kill... I mean, it's not that it didn't kill anything. It killed a bunch of queens. 8 queens died. A lot of lings died. But no drones, no hatcheries. That's the key. That is what Scarlett needed to keep alive in order to win this game, and she did. Oh, is Maru going to find these Banes? No, they are in a better hiding spot than I thought. Good, good, good. Still trying to learn these maps. Trying to learn what is where on it. But this is, I mean, this is just Baneling bust, like slow Baneling bust type stuff that we don't see hardly ever because Terran players are super ready for it usually. You gonna scan? He's like, I need every bit of energy on orbitals from mules. I can't scan. Oh my gosh, that's a connection. And okay. Alright, that's it. That's a GG. Tank down, more SCVs dying. Can't really afford that. And Scarlett. 2-0's Maru in an insanely impressive display of ZVT. Some of the best ZVT I've seen from her in a really long time. Wow. That... gotta say, I did not expect Scarlett to get a 2-0 after Maru in this series. I was like, I like Scarlett. I know what she's capable of. We've seen what she's capable of in the past, but it's been a long time. And then she's just like, yeah, I'll just casually 2-0 Maru. No big deal. Let's go. First game, Lings and Queens, and then we'll get into Banelings eventually. Maybe some Infestors, sure, why not? But no Adrenal, no Wilters, no Lurkers, nothing tier 3. Gets it done. And then in this game, it's just scout out, sniff out the all-in. I mean, even got +1 ground carapace canceled. It didn't matter. It never finished in this game. That's crazy. But if you kill 31 SCVs in the first 8 minutes of a match, you're probably doing okay. Probably doing okay. And then just the carefulness with which these units were placed and the slow banelings off creep desperately trying to connect. And yes, they did. And that led to this. And then the tanks were too late and the upgrades were too late and the medevacs were too late and Maru done. Donezo. So GG. I mean, just, man. Crazy. Like crazy, 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 crazy good. ZVT there. 2-0 from Scarlett. Incredible. All right. Well, you know what? That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and the latest patch. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.